Hello, welcome to the Dirty Purse Podcast. I'm your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Lee and Junebug.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, and not to get it twisted, but Lee is the female voice you hear, and Junebug is the male voice you hear.
The other female. I'm just kidding.
Their parents were dyslexic. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And this is our first official episode, hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. We're supposed to start a few months ago, but shit happens. Mm-hmm. And then I tried doing it alone, but it sounded like a book report. And it always ended with, who gives a shit? Because it's like, who cares? Okay, and before we get started, I just wanted to clarify that none of us are comedians, writers, or journalists. We're just three broke Latinos from Texas who like to talk shit. So, what are we talking about today?
Well, something that bugged me was Hillary Clinton on the Howard Stern show.
Oh, that's right. I didn't watch it, but I was like, I know what the
I didn't
fuck
watch
she's
the
gonna
whole
say.
thing. I just saw clips of it, but it's like,
What did she say?
She was talking shit about Bernie Sanders, how like it was his fault, right, that she wasn't elected.
Oh, it was her fault. She didn't fucking even bother going to Wisconsin.
What else? Comparing, I guess he wants Medicare for all.
Mm-hmm. To free chocolate milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. And then she's
like, where's the money gonna come from?
She says it's his fault because he didn't drop out right away. But when she was running against Barack Obama, she didn't drop out either because she said that he might be assassinated. Yeah. Like, that's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, she's like truly a piece of shit. And you remember that when Obama was first running, you remember that picture of him in African dress? Her campaign is the one that released it. Oh, really? Yeah, she's the one that started the whole birther shit, you know? Yeah.
See, that's the stuff that I'm talking about that I know wasn't researched, but like, damn.
It's just like, you don't hear about this stuff because MSNBC, CNN, like, how much do those anchors get paid? Think about it. They're rich assholes. Like in the last debate, Rachel Maddow, the last debate was hosted by MSNBC and Washington Post. Rachel Maddow is worth about $20 million. She gets about $7 million every year. And then her other the people that were hosting it with her, hold on, I have the papers right here, sorry. Let me see. Kristen Weller. She's worth about $2.5 million, and she's married to John Hughes, who is the marketing director for Merck. You know what Merck is? You're a pharmacy tech. It's a pharmaceutical company. Yeah. Yeah, and the ones that make Janumet and yeah.
Not Invocano.
I don't know. They might make that. No, maybe not.
I know you're talking about the other one though. Starts with a J2.
Yeah. Januvia.
Yeah,
they make that one. Yeah, so these are the people who are framing questions for a large audience to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the moderators, they pick their own questions?
Yeah, they make their own questions on what to ask. And everything, mostly what they're asking about in the last, what was it, in October, almost a month ago? No, November, almost a month ago.
It was last month, yeah.
Yeah, like all they were asking about was Trump. And like, yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Everybody knows it.
And he needs to leave, but at the same time, like, we're all fucking broke. Like, not Trump is not good enough. Like,
yeah.
So, I don't know. And it's weird, like, the way, like, you don't hear about shit about, like, centrists like Hillary because of people that are representing the news, and they're all rich assholes, too.
Yeah.
Like,
well, back to...
So, it's really, like, there's no one out there, like, actually speaking for us and stuff,
except
right?
for Bernie.
Or in a way.
Well, yeah, and they don't cover Bernie.
Not right now, yeah.
Like, it's for real. Like, they won't... Whenever they talk about him, like, the top three, he's always left out. Like... I forgot what the article was, but PBS recently did a special on like the top candidates. They didn't mention Bernie at all, like if he doesn't exist, and he's currently in the second place.
I know it's the first time, and you're probably gonna have like to learn how to edit and stuff. But am I able to talk about like what I saw like on the Young Turks or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, because excuse me, the Young Turks. they were talking about how right now, what is it,
Buttigieg,
yeah, is one, and then Bernie is number 2, and the reason why that guy I don't know how to say his last name.
I know who you're talking about.
He was saying these aren't facts, but he believes, from being in like knowing politics for a long time, that the reason why Kamala dropped out of the race was because the people that the endorsers or whatever donors basically, it's kind of like, hey, you better drop out now because we're gonna invest our money into somebody else, right?
Which is Buttigieg.
Yeah, and
God,
it's like it's not
so
fair.
bad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, like everything that Bernie stands for is what we need now, and it's like, I feel bad because.
Well, I'm glad Kamala Harris dropped out. She's a piece of shit too.
I'm talking about like, I'm not happy about Bernie, because like everyone's like just things like shit on him and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's not cool. That's all.
I think the person I hate or dislike the most is Buttigieg. God, he fucking sucks. Like when I was taking notes for when I saw the last debate, because that's when we were supposed to start, I wrote down like what I thought of him, and like at the top it said fake ass hoe, because he is like, you know how when you were in school you would write a book report and you try to fluff it up and you're kind of basically repeating yourself, but you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
That's what he is. And I also wrote down talking a whole lot but ain't saying shit.
Yeah.
That's how he is. And all the rich people are like, oh, he's so impressive. Like I remember I remember this because I was doing math in my head. Somebody was telling me about how he speaks 7 languages. And while they were telling me that, I was thinking, okay, I have $36 in my bank account. If I put $7 of gas and buy these amount of groceries, I can make it till next week.
Right.
And as they're telling me that, and I blurted it out too, I was like, I have $36 in my bank account. What are his 7 languages going to do for me, my $36?
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, that's great. I think people should learn a second language. It doesn't necessarily have to be Spanish, but that doesn't mean shit for poor
qualify
people.
You to, be president.
Or he plays piano. Okay, again, I can't afford my medicine. How does that help me? He's a Rhodes Scholar. Again. like they keep like, and I get it. Those are
good for him. Like,
yeah.
I mean, but like you're saying, like, how is that gonna help us out in any way?
And it doesn't. Like, it's just they're bullshit qualities. Like, and somebody once told me, well, he needs to be able to speak to other nations, and I'm like, okay, like, do they not have translators for people who don't speak some languages?
What about those people? Then they're gonna lose their fucking jobs. They're not gonna have it.
Oh God! And he tries to like. I hate his Medicare for All who want it.
Oh, that's
fuck
thing.
off.
That's another thing. Before, what was it, like last year? He was for Medicare for All, and all of a sudden he changed the tune of his.
It's because his billionaire donors don't want it.
Right, exactly.
But see, what Medicare for All, if you don't offer a plan that covers every single person, there's people who need it that are going to fall through the cracks. Yeah. Because it happened with me with Obamacare. Like, Obamacare, like, there's a certain limit you have to make, like a minimum you have to make, and then you'll get subsidies. I made less than that a few years ago that I didn't even qualify for subsidies. So I either could pay out of pocket for a $700 plan that I obviously couldn't afford.
Because that's what you signed up for the first place.
Yeah, but see, Obamacare, our states were supposed to extend Medicaid, and of course, Texas, of course, fucking didn't. And so then I didn't have insurance because I couldn't afford it because I was too poor, and our state didn't expand it. Yeah. So when you don't have a plan that covers everyone, that's what's going to happen.
Because we're all supposed to die, Marissa. All the poor people.
Oh, God. And then also... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Like, they should have, like, penalized, like, the states or something. Like, hey, you need to, get shit done for your, citizens.
But they need to vote for that, right?
What do you mean?
Being penalizing the state that didn't...
I have no idea how that would work. I mean, I guess they could have wrote it in the bill, but it would have probably been struck down. I don't think it would have passed,
yeah. Because of Texas.
Yeah. I mean, look at everything, like... They got that part out, They could have probably gotten the other part out.
Just as long as we keep our guns. That's all that matters.
So we can just
shoot ourselves when we don't have money
in our
for
deathbed, dying.
okay.
Just fuck it. Just shoot ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
But also his plan, like, it sounds like, oh, okay, yeah, if you want it, you could have it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that sounds like a reasonable deal. But it's not, because right now, we don't choose our healthcare plans. Our employer does that.
Exactly.
Like, I have a quote-unquote good healthcare plan from my employer. And they already said next year it's changing. And so I don't get to keep my plan that I don't, it's a shit plan, but whatever.
Oh, wait, that's right. I think it's another thing. Never mind.
So it's like, there is no choice. You don't have a choice right now.
Right.
And
because I was going to say, because you did say your plan, then your husband's plan is different, but we used to have his plan before. And you did mention that even now it's shit, but when we had it back then, remember?
Yeah.
Like, the benefits were, like, awesome and stuff, and it's like...
Yeah, my husband works for, I work for... I'm a technician. I type prescriptions for a certain company, a very large company. My husband works for another insurance company. So, and we work for insurance companies, and yet our plans are...
Right?
And I have the best plan. I chose the best one, and it's still absolute garbage.
It's funny. It's like a... What is that word? It's ironic.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And so what Buttigieg's plan would be... So, if you want it... You pay the premiums, right? So you pay into Medicaid. What if you lose your job? What happens then?
You got no money to pay.
And if it's anything like what Texas will do, is there is no safety net to catch you. And then also another thing that his plan will do, it's going to put all the sick people who really need health insurance onto Medicare for All. And then insurance companies... They're going to offer even less expensive premiums than Medicare for All, so all the healthy people will go to the insurance plans, right? Because if you're healthy, really healthy, and you're like, I don't really need such a detailed plan like that, and the insurance companies are offering me a plan that's the premiums are less expensive than Medicare for All, I'll just go over there.
Right.
So then all those sick people are going to be on one plan, and it's going to fail because it's going to become so expensive, instead of having a huge pool where
something to pick from.
Yeah, where we have sick people and healthy people, and it's just,
What is that word?
And that's why, oh God, I hate him so much. Like, I don't like him at all.
Like, more catered to you, what your needs are or whatever. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
No, the plan that you're saying, like a bigger pool, like, you're not going to pick just this one general, right?
No, I'm in a pool of people. Yeah. Like, if you have just sick people.
Oh, so you're in a pool of plans that you can pick from.
No, if it's a pool of sick people and healthy people.
Like, you're saying
it's
all the sick people are going to be on that one plan. It's going to get so expensive, and
yes.
they're not going to see like the benefit of it. So
yeah, and it's gonna be, and then politicians gonna be like, see, it's so expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then insurance companies are offering this amount, and it's just, I don't understand why somebody would want to keep insurance companies. The whole point of them is to make money. It's not for healthcare. And
I can't even. We pay, or my husband pays every month, and I can't even go to the doctor even now with my copay.
So yeah,
and you have insurance, right? And that's crazy.
And my insurance, I had to go for ADHD, and they told me, okay, go to this place. The ADHD test wasn't covered. I had to pay $200, and then they're like, and then all the doctors. Like, there was, 2 doctors in that whole building that were covered under my plan, but they weren't accepting new patients. And they're like, well...
And you're not going to put your need, this is a mental health thing, and you need it to focus for work. You're not going to put that aside. Like, you're not going to make it's not a priority.
Yeah.
You're not going to wait, 2, 3, 4 months and finally for it to be covered,
Yeah, so the doctor I did go with, he, initial visit was $300. Then I have to pay $200 every time I see him. And since I'm not on a dose yet that is best suited for me, I keep having to go every month. Yeah. Because... And you see, I'm in a situation that I could afford to do that. And there are people who are not. But
there are times where you've been in the complete opposite,
like most of my adult life, I've been in a situation where I can't afford anything. Yeah. I couldn't afford my copays. I couldn't do that. So Well, and I should point out, the only reason I can afford it, it's because it's on my HSA card, so I have money going into there every paycheck. Right. Because if I didn't have that, I couldn't afford it. Be able to pay, yeah. So.
Sheesh.
So that's why I hate Buttigieg.
That's why we need to drink after this. I'm just kidding.
No, I can't drink on my Adderall. But that's another reason why I don't care for Warren. Like, she has all these stipulations about who's going to get Medicare for all and who's going to get their insurance or get their student loans.
I just want to get back real quick because I didn't, my point about the stupid bitch Hillary. When she made a joke about the milk, it's like giving everybody milk. Here, real milk for everybody. I'm like, bitch, like, I know it was like what do you call that word? Oh my God, I'm so stupid. That word, a metaphor, whatever, right? But in reality, like, a lot of kids physically do need free lunch too. Yeah. So that joke was very, like, insensitive.
Yeah, she's an insensitive.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? You need to shut your fucking mouth because, like,
it's kind of like let them eat cake.
Yeah. Right? It's like, come on.
I remember when she, in the last election, she wore a $7,000 Armani coat. And then she was giving a speech, and in the speech she mentioned about inequality. And it's like, how the fuck do you know about that?
And I don't want to keep going back to that because, like, that's the only thing I took notes about. but that's what I was going to say at the beginning. Like, Bernie wants us all to be, you know, be able to afford shit, Medicare, health insurance, and even food, free lunches for kids and all that stuff, right? And this is the same stuff that you're sitting there mocking him about.
Yeah.
And that's just like, that really, like...
It's like they don't get it. They're in this bubble and they don't fucking get it.
That really, like, fucking rubbed me the wrong way, you know?
And, like, shitty people like Deborah Messing, Alyssa Milano, Chrissy Teigen, they're all rich assholes that don't care whether we have insurance or not. Their main priority is to elect a woman.
I know.
As if though having a vagina is somehow going to give me Medicare or make my student loans go away. Like, I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
and, like,
stupid.
people listen to them, and I don't understand why. Like, they're not like you. They don't know your struggles. Maybe at one point they did, but now...
long-ass fucking time ago, times have changed big time.
Oh, yeah, they changed.
I mean, back then, people could buy a fucking house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
It's stupid.
And, like, it's just frustrating because you try to talk sense into people, and they bring up misogyny and... Oh, you're racist because you don't support Kamala Harris. No, I don't support her. And then what she also did, she had this program where if your child was not going to school and you had to go for truancy, I read a story where there was this single mother, she was homeless, and she threatened her, like, you know. And you may think, well, she didn't press charges, but can you imagine what that woman felt like? Like, I don't have a home. I'm working 2 jobs. And if I go to jail, I'm losing both jobs and my kids.
And custody.
She fucking terrorized her. You know, like, that is the most type of vulnerable American. And Kamala Harris terrorized her. Bully. And she was proud of it. And she talked about it. But that's what I was talking about with what I wanted to get into with Warren. Let me see. I wrote it down because when she did...
By the way, Marissa's more experienced in this.
I'm not experienced. I just look up random shit.
But if you want to know anything about pop culture and entertainment and gossip, you can always hit me up.
She watches YouTube 16 hours a day.
All day. And The Housewives.
I don't know how you could watch that.
I haven't.
I like crap TV, so I don't want to make it seem I'm better than you.
I think I also do need...
Yes, you do need Adderall.
Because I have my attention span. That's why I watch YouTube. I need to watch different things because the one thing isn't going to... You know what I mean?
I imagine you sitting in front of 4 TVs with different things.
Unless I'm watching a show where people are fighting, and that's why I watch The Housewives. That gets my attention.
I kind of feel like... Because I watched, like, Rock of Love, and it's like, can it get trashier than that? Like,
it does.
It does?
Yeah. But anyway, back to what you were saying.
No, like, what's that stupid? I can't fucking stand her. That New York or whatever her fuck. Her
Oh my
name
god, what's her name?
Tiffany
Pollard.
Yeah, from Flavor of Love. Yeah,
Oh,
I like the
like if
memes
she would
that
fucking
make
talk shit to me, I would fucking beat her ass. Like I don't give a shit. Like she gets me mad. Like she's not even.
Is
Like
she
I said,
still popular?
I think she was on the one recently. Have you seen that show on Viceland where they sit down and they get stoned? See, I watch too much TV, and they watch Ancient Aliens. That's awesome. She was there, but she doesn't like do drugs or whatever. So she was just getting like secondhand. I was gonna say hot wired.
Secondhand.
My psychiatrist drug tested me, so I don't know if I could do illegal drugs or illegal in Texas anyway.
Yeah, I miss it though
Oh,
sometimes.
here we go. Let's talk about Texas and that weed.
Oh my
God, come on now.
We're gonna be the last state. We're gonna go. They're gonna drag us kicking and screaming.
They're gonna just. It's gonna become his own
Even though
state
it's
again.
so
Texas.
like economically like good and you know shit like that.
I listened to a podcast in California, and they have people deliver them weed like Uber Eats or DoorDash, and I was just like, that is crazy because I would go to prison if I had weed here and they caught me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then not to mention all the people that are in jail now. You know, what is it? A crowding jail crowd.
Exactly. Just for fucking weed.
Just for like
and then
possession
imagine
of marijuana.
You go to jail for something small like that, and then in order to obtain like protection, you have to get involved with people who have done much worse. So then you kind of owe them that, and that doesn't go away when you walk out the prison doors.
No,
it doesn't. So now they have.
And it's
bigger connections to bigger and badder people for weed.
To a worse.
That's fucking crazy.
Life to live.
And it's stupid because like when you're high, it's like you're fucking drunk, and you know that's fucking legal. And
you could die from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah,
or from crashing, drinking, and driving. You know, in Texas, you know all the every year they post them up there. I see. What is it?
Signs.
How many people have died
this year because it's like New Year's Day and all that. To be careful. It's crazy.
Man, our state sucks. Well, if you don't like it, you can get out.
Right? Make me.
Okay, boomer.
We're going to send you over that fucking wall.
I know.
Bitch, I was born here.
Were you? I need to see your papers.
That's what the DMV. I need to see your birth certificate.
That shit pisses me off because they're only targeting like Latinos. Because like I've never seen anyone go up to like a...
Hey, you Canadian.
Yeah.
Why are you in Texas?
Like
my father-in-law's Canadian.
Oh, for real?
And if they were going to harass me or him, it's going to be me.
Yeah,
Even though one of my great-grandfathers died in the fucking Alamo fighting for the Alamo. You know, not in the Mexican army.
Of the Alamo, not the Mexican.
Yeah. But then...
I just repeated it exactly like... yeah, what's his name?
Just taking your story.
Yeah, and he was a Mexican
feels...
fighting on the side for the Alamo, and I've been here since
You're
then.
lots of generations of U.S. like
and
you're Texan royalty,
and because I have
basically you are.
I'm gonna buy one of those big puffy dresses.
I'm gonna nominate you to be in the Fiesta Parade next year with the big old dresses and the crown and stuff.
Yeah, because one of my aunts, what is it called, the Daughters of Texas or something like that. You have to prove that you are.
The ones that were, they were curators for the Alamo.
But not anymore. You have to have beautiful brown skin. Like
people are going to be like...
Yeah. Outside of Texas, because in Texas, we're all kind of... Unless you go to Vidor, Texas, then.
Don't want to go there.
No,
so
we don't.
We consider like second generation?
First generation.
First generation? Oh, okay.
Because your parents weren't born in...
Oh, okay.
We're first generation.
Cool.
Yeah. Not cool now because they're going to tell us to go back. Just kidding.
I know.
Even though I was born here.
That's stupid.
I just wanted to say, we were talking about Texas. Oh, my exes live in Texas.
I hate Ted Cruz.
Emo Ted Cruz, remember I told you?
Evil?
Emo?
Oh.
The guy from...
No, I don't remember.
Green Day,
you saw it?
I saw that.
You didn't show me that.
And then the other one's like an older version of Putin.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I was laughing at Billie Eilish when they said, like, she dresses like if someone stole her clothes at the gym and they just gave her whatever they had in the lost and found.
That's funny. So, I know you wanted to say something about that, though, about Warren.
Oh, Warren, yeah. Let me see. I wrote it down here.
She's a cunt. I'm just I guess I'm thinking about emo Ted Cruz.
Okay,
But-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, but like he did look like when they said it, like I was like, holy shit, he does look like him.
Who are you talking
The
about?
thing-
Singer,
Green Day.
I don't know. He's not the singer.
Billy
Not the
Joel?
singer. Not the singer.
Not
No,
the
no, no,
singer?
not the singer.
I don't know who you're talking
Well,
about.
if you want
We'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show
afterwards.
Okay. Emo Ted Cruz.
Why are
I'm
you
listening.
shopping? Shopping.
Lee's on her phone.
No, I was gonna look for it, but he saw that I have a page open on purses. I'm like window shopping, Junior.
What
I don't
type
have
of
money.
purses were you looking at?
Does this Gwen still make lamb purses? I know you love lamb purses.
I haven't looked it up in a while,
I don't know if she's
'Cause then I
released
wanna
like a
buy it,
fashion line.
and then I won't
lately.
have money for my rent. She released another fashion line.
I don't know. She hasn't. I don't think she has in a while. Like, cause I know she went with glasses, and after that, like, she's all about fucking Blake. Country
Well, let
ass.
her be in love. Jeez.
I don't know.
I
Give
guess.
her.
I guess. What were we talking about? Oh, okay, Warren. What did I write down? Let me see. Oh, okay. What is she talking about? She wants to start I guess it's a wealth tax on people who make after 50 million. You start getting taxed for it. So, or I guess a higher tax rate.
For what now? Sorry.
Her wealth tax, but Bernie starts at 30 million. So his is more. I don't know. His is. I guess it's better.
No, yeah.
It's gonna.
And John
Reach
Legend
more
is
people.
worth 32 million. So you know why he's going for Warren.
Are you kidding me?
I think
Stupid
him
fucking
and-
celebrities.
What am
Green
I looking
hair.
at? Oh,
Ted
yeah,
Cruz.
I can see it. I guess.
That's it. Love it. No. I don't know. I was gonna ask you about.
What?
Oh my god, I don't know his name.
ADD.
I should have written his name. He was the one that was standing next to. Is it Yang?
Oh yeah, I wrote notes on that fucking.
Well, what do you
idiot.
think? Because I mean, I'm not. I know I love me my Bernie, but what do you think about the whole climate?
Oh, you're talking about Steyer. I don't know his first name.
Because without a planet, then we can't have Medicare.
You trust that billionaire?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. That's why I'm
Let me
asking
tell
you.
something about him.
Yeah, tell me, please.
He's the founder of Farallon Capital Management. It's one of America's largest hedge funds. He left them a few years ago.
So basically, he's just a.
Yeah, he made his money. You don't remember Joe Biden saying that he made his money off coal? So and then now he wants to be like
Yeah.
yap
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
after
yeah. I remember that
made
part.
all that money. And then
Yeah.
also when he was running that company, he also invested in in 2005 he invested 34 million in Corrections Corporation of America, which runs the migrant centers at the U.S.-Mexico borders. So it's like, I don't know. It's like you already made all that fucking money doing shitty ass shit.
Shitty as shit.
You know what I mean? Being
Yeah.
a shitty person, and now you're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Wanting to reach the people.
And he spent 300 million of his own money already on the campaign.
Dang.
Like that's how much money he has. Like it's.
Well,
it's
you better.
massive.
I don't think he's up there, right? He's not gonna. You think he's gonna make it for the December
I don't know. I haven't even checked. And I like
debate?
I mean, I like Yang. I like his What
His
is he offering?
vision.
$1,000 a month? Yeah, he brought up a universal basic
AI.
income, which I don't think would have been really brought up in this during this.
I was thinking
election
about the other
cycle.
stuff he was talking about, though.
What other stuff?
That we're so behind in technology that it's not
Oh,
even
yeah, we
funny,
are.
you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, anyway, but.
I mean,
so
but
what-
I'm not gonna vote for him because he said that. I don't trust
No,
him.
I know.
Yeah.
What were you
talking about,
saying?
Yang? Or are you talking about
Yeah.
Steyer?
No, the first one was the guy about the climate, and then the second one I was talking about was Yang. Oh, you brought him up, and I just said, oh, he's the one that said
yeah,
this,
I mean,
right?
yeah, I like
Yeah.
him, but he's also a billionaire, so.
But what were you saying about the income?
Yeah, the income thing.
Oh yeah, he wants to give everyone $1,000. You know, just to spend. You know, just to spend how we want. But what it would also do is it would remove food stamps.
I was just gonna say something about that. Right? When you said, "Can you give me $1,000?"
But he also made a good point that most people who receive like food stamps and those benefits, they don't get $1,000. They get less than that. But there are families that do, that have really large families. I mean, I grew up on food stamps and Medicaid.
I was gonna say right now when you said he's gonna give people $1,000 to do what they want with it, and I was gonna say like right after that, like, can he give me unlimited like food stamps instead of $1,000? Because $1,000, that's not even a month's worth of groceries right there. I don't know.
But people get less in food stamps.
That's true. That's true.
So I mean, I don't know the percentage of people that receive more than $1,000, but I know in Texas they're very fucking stingy.
I know, like, whenever I didn't have a kid and it was just me and John and I was a part-time student, I think I was working part-time, I don't remember. Or no, I was working full-time. We were able to qualify for food stamps, and now that I have a kid, like, I can't even get them.
Oh, really? Why? Because they say John or your husband makes too much?
Yeah, but it's just ridiculous because you would think, you know what I mean?
It's,
I don't know if they changed it because this was a while back. Like, you know what I mean? We've been together for
when I
10
was
years.
During that time when I couldn't, when I wasn't able to get Obamacare because I didn't make enough, I qualified for food stamps because I was part-time, and then they gave me $17 a month.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I was saying, like, yeah, the $1,000, is that a one-time thing?
No, it's every month.
Oh, well, fuck, then I do want that. I thought you meant like a one-time.
I know, I was like,
type
really?
of, remember that one time we got those things in the mail? Or what were the
Oh, with President Bush?
oh.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
I know what you're talking about.
And it was just like a one-time whatever. I thought you meant that's what it was going to be.
No, he wants to do it every month.
Oh, then he can give me $1,000 every month if he wants. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him because
that changes everything.
Because he brought up a good point, you know, like
I was like, I'd rather have food stamps every month than $1,000. But
yeah, no, he's gonna give it to you every month.
You see, this is how poor we are.
that
$1,000 makes us happy. Like, okay,
Dang.
I know, right? I know.
Sure, let me go vote for him. I'm just kidding.
But you're not gonna be able to afford your health care
because with that money, I'm not gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna go buy makeup.
Oh,
Jeffree
see, you're part of the problem.
I am part of the problem.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out to eat. What else am I gonna do?
Jeffree Star, you said you want the whole.
I want
the whole collection, not the damn like one little set.
I don't know.
But
you know, I'm not really gonna do that.
Oh, I know you wouldn't do that.
But if I didn't have a kid, I would. Shit.
Okay.
Let's go to Louisiana and go gamble.
Remember, I gambled my gas money.
what the?
And my husband had to transfer me some.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm afraid to go.
Yeah, that's
go.
what I'm like. I'm not gonna.
I'd like to go. Like,
I think we'd egg each other on to keep on going. Like, just one more time, just one more time.
Not, I mean.
And the drinks are free.
Really?
I mean, you gotta tip the waitresses, yeah, but the drinks are.
Where'd you go?
Cuchara, right? How do you say it?
Something.
Oh, I don't remember. It's in Louisiana.
Like Lake Charles or New Orleans or. I wish I can go to New Orleans.
I don't know. I don't even remember.
It's because I know Lake Charles is like right when you go into Louisiana.
I think
and
it was that.
It has that bridge and then.
Yeah.
It's like the Berjou or something like that.
Yeah, I went there. It wasn't fancy or anything.
But that one looks nice. The
I had
Le
fun.
Berge, whatever, something like that.
If I was rich, I'd waste all my money in a casino.
I've been wanting to go to Louisiana.
And then you're gonna be like, make sure you vote for what? Buttigieg.
Fuck no. Even if I was rich, I wouldn't. Because I know what it's like to be poor, and it's never gonna leave me.
Kashada.
Oh, okay,
is that the one?
Is that where? Let me see.
No, I don't think that's the one. I think it's the one Junior's talking about.
Because was it right on the lake? Was there a lake?
I remember seeing
She was
lake.
too drunk, and she was spending all her money, so she was
drinking what did it call? White Russians?
Oh, really? Were they good?
I
I always
them.
wanted to have one.
Yeah, I liked them.
There's this drink that, what's his name? The Dean? No. From the test guys. Eugene.
Oh,
Him
yeah,
and this girl,
Eugene.
like, they try the cocktails from every state, the official state cocktails, but there's one that it actually had like, I don't know, it was like a lemon, but it had like grape Kool-Aid in there. Oh my god, it looked so good.
Sounds good.
But I forgot the name. I have to look it up.
There's one drink, I forgot what it's called too, but they use egg white to make it frothy.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
But it looked good.
There's one that has mayonnaise in it too. Looks nasty.
Oh, mayonnaise. What the fuck?
I wouldn't have that
That
one.
sounds gross.
Anyway.
So, what was I saying about Warren?
That she is a... I'm just kidding.
You're going to call her. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, she said on day one, she's going to bring down the drug cost of prescriptions like insulin, EpiPen. Okay, bring down. Like, we're both pharmacy techs. We know how much drugs cost. And even
They're expensive.
Bringing it down, it could still be very expensive for people. Like
people have to search for coupons and stuff. Like, just... Remember, I got that new... It was a new insulin. And the coupon. They're only good for, like, what? How many? 90 days or, no, a year? I don't remember.
Months,
12
usually.
months,
It depends.
right?
Yeah, it depends on the drug.
So, if it works for them, what are they going to do after the year? You know?
Some places they'll renew the coupon. Some places won't.
Won't. Stupid. True. It starts with a T. True.
Tijeo?
I think, was it Trujillo? Is that for diabetes?
Or Trulia?
Trulia.
Trulia.
I don't know.
You know?
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
expensive,
like,
and
it's expensive,
it's gonna
and like
expire.
lowering down doesn't mean affordable. That doesn't mean affordable. So, like that's and Bernie's plan.
You could lower it down $2.
Unless she's gonna do that, you know.
It's like you could say lowering that down. It's gonna be
But
like
see, lowering it down that can mean anything.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we're gonna reduce it just 10%, 5%. That's not gonna do jack shit.
10% of $1,000.
You don't know what she's just saying. She's gonna lower it down. She's not throwing out actual numbers and stuff. It's like, what are you trying to say? You know?
Bernie's plan, under his Medicare For All plan, you won't pay more than $200 a year for your medications. Damn. That's a year. So, like, you know, he's actually putting numbers on it, and it's what
for the $200 right a year, and then the $1,000 a month.
I know, right?
Combine
collaboration.
Well, I think Bernie's he's also said that he's for things like that, but he also wants to make sure, like, you know how Walmart has the self-checkout now? He wants to make sure, like, stuff like that where technology isn't being replaced by people, he wants to stop that.
Yes.
So, and if you're going to make me check out my own goddamn groceries, why don't you lower the prices? Like,
exactly. Ooh, don't even get me started.
I love self-checkout.
I love self-checkout too. Like, I really do, but...
Because I don't want to...
And I don't want...
people, or I don't have... They're not judging me on what I'm buying or whatever.
I'm like that too.
So,
Look,
and it's faster, I think.
I mean,
like,
but you can have both.
Yeah.
I saw this...
but I do agree, like, if we're doing the fucking work, you should lower the damn prices.
Yeah, but I also agree that it should be stopped because, like, people are going to be out of work. You know what I'm saying? What were you going to say?
No, the girl I was watching on TMZ, it's basically whenever you get somebody to deliver your food, you want them to go to your door. That's what you're paying them for, right? She was talking about how it was one of those Uber Eats or whatever, like she had to go outside to get it. No, she goes, it defeats the purpose. She goes, I have to put my bra on, I have to put my shoes on, you know, come knocking at my door because that's what they're getting paid for.
Yes, exactly.
You know? So she's like, if I was going to do all that shit, I would have just gone out and got myself something.
Got your own damn food,
Yeah.
So. I go outside. I don't mind it.
Yeah, me either. Like, well, that, and I live in an area where technology.
I was just making a point that, you know.
What's your point?
That if I'm going to go through to the store, I want somebody to check me out.
But obviously there's a demand for it, or otherwise they wouldn't have, you know, installed, like, you know.
And I agree with what you say. If you're going to do all that shit, then lower the prices of groceries down. Well. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm sorry, I got lost.
No, you're saying how Bernie wants to get rid of that, just so.
Oh, well, not get rid of it, but at least stop it to where
it doesn't affect
whole
people's jobs.
Yeah, because what are you gonna do then?
A lot of people don't know how to use self-checkout either, like older people.
Yeah, and they need
You know what I mean? So I don't know why they would do.
And a lot of older people that I've noticed in the pharmacy, like they might not have people to talk to, and they like to talk to people. It's also a human connection thing.
I see that a lot at where I work at. Like they go every day, but because I mean
they just want to get out.
Yes, exactly, and you know, like interact with people and stuff like that. I've seen that firsthand.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like I like self checkout, but I don't want people to go out of work for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We could have both.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and. Like I said, obviously there's a demand, but, you know, people go to it. Like, they choose to go to it.
And I don't want to put my bra on. I'm just kidding. If I'm going to order something, I want it at my house, my door.
They usually come to the door, but sometimes when they get lost, because for some reason this place isn't, I don't know how they do the numbers. It's all fucked up. Yeah. Like, I'll go out there just because, I've done Uber Eats for extra money, and I know it gets frustrating.
I'm fucking around. I'm just kidding. No, I get the whole thing. Like,
just like yell real loud. Here's your food, and just set it there. Free for all. Nah.
I guess it's different over there in LA. It's like one of those. I don't know. It's like you have to go in there and press it, like a building type that you would want to.
Maybe there's like restrictions, like you can't. More like
maybe that's probably it too.
Like stricter, like you can't go onto people's property like at all or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about.
But like you said, that's their job to walk up to the door.
No, but Marissa, I can see both. You've done that job too, so you know, like you could get lost or whatever.
It's just helpful sometimes.
But
I understand.
I guess my point was totally missed. I mean, not missed, but like I didn't give a good example.
Is there like communication? Like, hey, you know, like I need
you communicate through the app, or you could call them or text them. Yeah,
that's cool.
But what was I saying about Warren? I keep forgetting. Oh, yeah. She also said she wanted to defend the Obamacare. It's like, just fucking get rid of it. It is shit. You know, the last time when I was able to sign up for it, they had a deductible for $16,000. $16,000. That is crazy. Unless you're extremely sick, you're not going to reach that.
That's insane.
Isn't it? And she wants to defend that. God damn, she sucks. And then when she started talking about her version of Medicare for All, first 100 days, people under the age of 18 will be enrolled. Family of 4 with income less than $50,000. Lower the age of Medicare to 50. Expand Medicare coverage to include vision, dental. Why is there so many stipulations? Mm-hmm. Why can't you just say everyone's fucking covered? Like, why do you need to do all that?
You also need to have good credit. I was joking.
You need to have what?
Good credit.
For what?
To get under her plan. I was joking.
It's part of the...
Yeah, to qualify to get...
I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
No. I think... I mean, all those things that you have to do just to qualify for it. It's like...
And it just sucks. And then also her student debt plan. Bernie wants to cancel it all.
Why don't people, like, everything that he's saying seems like it's a solution?
Because people are stupid.
And it's like,
Hey.
Sorry, it's okay.
You're going to have to learn how to edit.
Oh, man.
Especially.
Like, I don't understand why they don't like Bernie. Like, are you that wealthy and well off that you could go against everything that he's advocating for?
And then that's against stupid bitch Hillary, like, talking shit that she lost because of him. And how many times was he out there rallying for her?
Yeah, he did it a bunch.
They said on the TYT 39.
Yeah, he did. He did
That's
a lot
insane.
of campaigning.
For her to be shit talking somebody that was there supporting you.
And then they try to blame Bernie bros. Oh, shut the fuck up with that. They try to blame them that she's the reason that they lost. But more people voted for McCain in 2008 against Obama that were Hillary supporters than people that voted for Trump.
Yes,
that were supporting Bernie. But those people that voted for Trump that were supporting Bernie, they weren't Democrats. They were more likely independents and probably not full-on conservative, but probably had conservative views and didn't want to vote for Hillary, but liked what Bernie was saying. So, and they weren't going to vote for Hillary no matter what.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, it's just, and people run with it, and people, and then you get labeled as a misogynist.
See, I regret it, like, my vote.
Me too, and I didn't want to.
Because I wasn't going to vote for Trump.
I would never vote for Trump.
I would
never,
ever. That's how I see it. I didn't vote for Hillary. I just voted against Trump.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great fucking point.
But at the same time, it's kind of like now, like, you know, like it was like the lesser of two evils. Yeah. But that's the way they view him too. You know what I mean?
That's how Republicans viewed it. Yeah. And you know, we're in Texas. I work with Republicans, and there were some that were intrigued by Bernie. Not necessarily, I support him, but we're like,
like go on.
Yeah, like yeah. And they maybe not even like, ended up voting for him, but they were at least like, okay, like you're different because the Democratic establishment is against you. Mm-hmm. So that means you're not like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's something about you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I don't know, like, I think, how do I say it? I think they were intrigued because they knew Trump, especially the Texas Republicans. Texas Republicans are very different, I think, from like I don't know, other states because they're very Bush Republicans. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? They don't like that Trump's like loud, and they didn't like that, at least at first. Yeah. But it probably grew on them how he like talks to Nancy Pelosi, who's also a piece of shit, and how he talks to the Democratic leaders. They probably like that, and he's grown on them. So now they probably have no issue voting for him. But in the past, they may have been like, you know? Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, do you hear that?
What? What's that?
You want me to tell you? Okay. My stomach is growling.
I knew you were talking about it. I just wanted you to do it. Oh, and then Warren said on the third year, we'll vote for Medicare for all people, like for everyone. Oh, yeah, that's what she said.
So eventually. So why all that other shit before all that?
Well, see, certain people will be on it, and then in the third year, she said,
"Why is it like a trial and every type of situation? Is that why she's doing all that shit, or what?
Stupid,
or you know what I mean, right? Like,
and I don't understand why do you want these. Why do you want insurance companies in charge? Like, they don't care. They don't care. And I'm telling you because I've done prior authorizations for insurance companies.
They don't.
And you know what I had to do? You tell me the name of the drug, I pull up already a sheet that already has questions on it. And if you don't answer the way the sheet wants you to, your medication's not getting approved.
And it could be one question. Just one question that you answer wrong. You're going to get a letter in the mail letting you know your determination. Because you can't even say denied.
I couldn't say that it was denied, even though I knew it was denied. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't say that.
Because the moment, I mean, I don't know. Let everybody know. Like, insurances...
They would say, well, you can't say deny because once I'm done with it, it goes through a pharmacist. And the pharmacist can overturn it, but 99% of the time, it doesn't get overturned.
Then they have to get a letter in the mail to appeal.
And then the doctor has to appeal and send in records, and that still doesn't mean that it's going to get approved.
I remember one question that I always threw everything off. Is this medication being titrated? And then a lot of... some nurses knew what that was, but sometimes they had like the MAs call, and they didn't know what that meant. And they was like, no, even though it was, and then boom, denied.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Then that sounds like it takes up so much time, and like
it does. It takes the medical office the doctor office. It takes up so much of their time,
and that's stupid because people need this medication. You know what I mean? And the longer
and you made a valid point the last time.
What
about the medication insurance? How somebody could be on a certain medication that works for them already, and then the changes in the insurance, they're gonna have to do the prior auth again and have them try all these other medications to have them fail, and then to get the one that they were already on.
Yeah, like I had so many parents who their employer switched plans. So say they went from corporation A to another corporation that has insurance plans, and they completely switched, and their kid already had trial and error a lot of ADD medications. So but when they came to their new plan, which was a new company, the insurance would block it and say it needs a prior authorization because your kid needs to try 3 different generics before we pay for that one. And people would tell me, my kid is not a fucking guinea pig for you to be doing this. Like, he's already tried this, he's already gone through this, and this works for him. And that type of medication, you can't just stop taking it. Like, you need to continually take it.
And there's C2. So, you know what I mean? Like, that, we had, right, well, no, that was before they would, like, now they can send them electronically and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, now they can.
But even, you know,
So, like, a lot of parents, they had to pay out of pocket. And some people can't afford to pay out of pocket because they could be really expensive. So, I don't know. Insurance companies fucking suck. And Warren wants to keep them in place and then vote on it. Awful, awful plan. And then her student debt plan. Like, me and my husband, when we're finished and we get our degrees, we're gonna be making like 6 figures. And she I think Warren's plan, once you reach $100,000 a year, because her maximum is you get $50,000 canceled on your student debt, but once you reach $100,000, it goes down, and it keeps going down until $250,000 and above get no benefit. Mm-hmm. But there are people, and I know because I'm going through it. Like, you're poor, right? And you have to work full time. If you don't work full time, you can't pay your bills. So not only you had to go be on Medicaid and food stamps growing up, now as an adult, you can't take as many courses as you'd like because you have to work to pay your bills. And so you're going to school longer, building up even more debt instead of trying to do it all really quick. And going through all of that, Warren doesn't think that we should have all our debt canceled.
Also, like, a lot of people do this. I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's our culture or whatever, but I don't want to make it seem like, oh, Hispanic Latinos do this, because you said all the stuff that we don't get help with, mm-hmm. like food stamps. Sometimes, you know, whatever, you have to work. So a lot of the times, like, I know for me, when I was younger, I was always like dropping out of school, blah 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 blah. You know. Mm-hmm. All those withdrawals. Yeah. Now I can't qualify for financial aid. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm actually, like, sticking to it, you know, like, I'm gonna graduate and I don't have financial aid. And I feel like I wish college was just free, you know?
Yeah.
Because every semester I have to pay for tuition.
Still? Mm-hmm. Because when I was younger, I did do stupid shit and I would drop. Mm-hmm. But all I had to do was prove that I was going to my classes and submit the paperwork.
I have been denied twice. You know? Yeah.
I submitted it. I had to pay a couple semesters out of pocket. So they wanted to see me do that.
I had a lot of withdrawals on me. So
is that why?
Could be. I don't know. But I got denied twice.
I don't know.
I know it's my fault. I'm not going to blame society, you know. But a lot of people like me, I don't think it was like that in my case, but that do have to drop out mm-hmm. because they have to make money, you know, for the bills and for food and stuff. And then, like, if they need help now, get denied and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like me. Like, I have to have my 40 hours or else I won't, you know,
be able to pay the bills and stuff.
Yeah, I have to be at 40. Like, and you reminded me I have to go because I ended with like 39. I'm like, nope, I have to go right in some of my vacation to get up to the 40 because I can't have anything less than my 40. Yeah,
you won't make.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And then
college was free.
Yeah, and Pete Buttigieg is like, oh, I want to make it to where I don't want to have rich kids go to college for free. And it's like, who gives a shit?
He did say that. I heard that.
If you rich kids go to college for free, so millions of poor and working class kids get to go for free as well, I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
And people fall for that. People are like, oh, that's a good point. No, it's not. It's a fucking stupid point. Who gives a shit? Again, if you're not having a program that covers every person, somebody who needs it is going to fall through the cracks.
Right.
It's so frustrating. Like, I don't understand why people like him.
They hear what they want to hear. I guess, like us, what we need, we know who we see it in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, just try to convince people that all that other shit doesn't make any sense.
But they're so wrapped up in, like, bullshit.
Like you said, the language and this and that.
Elect a woman president. Okay, yeah. I agree that we should be at the point. But if there's not a woman president who's telling
Not
me
offering,
everyone should be covered with insurance, everyone is going to have their student debt canceled. You know, like if you're not offering those things, my need for a woman president does not come before the people who are dying because they can't afford their insulin.
Yep.
You're saying it doesn't matter who the fucking president is as long as they're covering everything that we need and that makes sense. And
as long as it's right,
it's like,
for the people.
But
And
some people don't care about that. They care about, are you a woman? Or are you this?
Are
you
Democrat or a Republican? Or,
Yeah, they don't care about the policies. They care about how you look. Like, it's fucking weird. And we're Hispanic, and I want to see a Hispanic person president, but again, that's not important.
That's not.
It doesn't come before the needs of the working class Americans and poor Americans. So, like Julian Castro, dude sucks, and he grew up 15, 20 minutes from where I grew up. And did he come out swinging, advocating for programs that would help us? No.
I was just thinking, who fucking idiots, clowns voted for Trump. Oh, my God.
I mean, Hillary wouldn't have been much better.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, she sucks.
She's a hater.
She's a hater.
She is. She made me mad.
She made you that mad?
She made me
I
that
didn't watch
mad.
it because I knew it was going to get me mad.
I was furious. And then Howard Stern, too, with the stupid...
I know,
like
Howard
talking
Stern,
shit about, making, going along with her,
Howard Stern recently was on Corbett, what is it, Stephen Colbert?
Colbert.
I can't say stupid goddamn name. He was on that show and he said, "Oh, Bernie Sanders is my hero."
You should hear the way he's talking with her. I don't know if he's just doing it for
worth hundreds of millions of dollars. These are rich people that do not care.
I saw this thing on, I don't know if it was Twitter or something, like a meme of Howard Stern and Hillary talking, and they say, "Where's the money gonna come from? Where's the money gonna come from?" And all the arrows are pointing at both of them because they have money, fucking idiots.
Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do if Bernie doesn't get the nomination.
Just don't vote ever again.
I never used to be like that. I used to be like, no, you should vote no matter what. And then I'm like, no, fuck y'all. I'm gonna do it. If you're not gonna advocate for my needs, then
I'm gonna go on food stamps, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, right. Trump's all.
I know, right? You saw already. I know. I was mad. I was like, I better try to get qualified again before he gets.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Biden. Man. You know what Biden said recently?
I'm gonna go pawn my shit. I'm saying.
Right. I'm gonna be thinking a pawn shop. He told somebody to stay a Republican, that we need Republicans.
Joe Biden
recently told a voter that. These people are stupid.
And then what's her name sees him as Uncle Biden?
Who?
The McCain's daughter, Megan.
Like if Megan McCain likes him,
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's
Uncle Biden,
a warning.
Red flag.
That bitch is
red flag.
Have you seen how she acts on The View?
Yeah, she's a bitch.
She's a huge crybaby.
I don't even know why she's still there.
I don't watch it, but I see it on Twitter.
YouTube. I always like whenever I see a headline or something, or the Young Turks talking about, and then I go like, let's see what happened. And yeah,
she's a horrible person. Who else is
running?
Like this? And she crosses her arms like, let me finish. Fuck
like me earlier that you're gonna have to edit.
Okay, who else was running for president? Oh, Gabbard. Do y'all like her?
Tulsa? No.
Tulsi?
I couldn't stop thinking about what she had in her mouth the whole time she was talking.
She had something in her mouth?
The white suit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would... And then, like, she would hide it back here.
Oh, she probably had gum or something.
And then she would talk, like, normal. And then they would pan the camera away. She'd be like... You should rewatch it. It was funny. I didn't listen to a word she was saying because the whole time I was like, does she have something in her mouth?
And then she called out Buttigieg, and Buttigieg put on his mad boy face. So
what was she telling him? Because she served or this and that. He said something about him.
Excuse me. He said something about her meeting with the dictators, and she's like, "Well, as president, you're gonna, if you don't have the courage, like, to meet with both of them." And I was like, "Boom, got your ass." I hate Buttigieg so much. Oh, Cory Booker. Ugh. He's
Say
such
Kobe
a
Bryant.
goofy bitch, huh?
I thought you were gonna say Kobe Bryant. I was like, what? No.
The only good thing about him are those eyes. He has nice eyes.
They're going two different directions.
The color.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's
Pretty eyes.
Has he qualified yet? I don't know. I don't think he's qualified for this month's debate.
How many? Are they the only one? Is that it?
Klobuchar.
Everyone that was on that panel, is that it, or are there more?
There's people still running, but they didn't qualify.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like
Damn.
What's her name? Klobuchar.
I don't.
Klobuchar.
Oh, from
She's so
I forgot what
stupid
state.
with her one-liners. What's in my heart? Fuck you. I don't care what's in your heart.
Yeah.
Give me Medicare for all. And she's advocating for family leave. What is it? FMLA, the family leave for 3 months.
Yeah.
And she
Somebody
said
needed for 6 months, right?
that was Harris.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good.
And she said for 3 months.
Like
And she said, I would do more, but I'm not gonna promise everyone like a free diploma under your chair, like she's equating more time for families,
yeah,
to something stupid like that. Nobody's saying that. Who's saying that? And then she brings up that she raised $17,000 from her ex-boyfriends, and I'm like, I do not give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't care. And she just she said something needs to be done about what is it? The Voting Rights Act, or about voting rights, but she doesn't say what needs to be done. Well, you fucking tell me.
I know.
That's running for president.
Exactly.
you know what you need to do? Just get rid of what is that? I forgot what it's called. Not population, electoral.
The Electoral College.
Get rid of all that shit.
I agree.
Problem solved. Fuck.
But I don't. And she mostly kept talking about Trump because
That's all she had.
that's all she has, because nothing. She's offering more of the same, and more of the same is the positions that we're in. Can't afford my medicine. Can't afford to, pay off my student loans. All of that. It's just more of the same. Oh, and did you hear about it wasn't directly from Barack Obama, but it was an aide that said that if Bernie gets the nomination, he'll come out against Bernie Sanders. Did y'all hear about that? Ooh, I could do a whole episode about what the fuck's wrong with Barack Obama. Oh my God. That man campaigned as a progressive and called out Hillary as a corporate lawyer, all that bullshit, and then he governed as a fucking light Republican. And I could go another hour about what's wrong with him.
Or we could talk about that next time.
Yeah, we can.
Because I want to do my research and do more, Yeah.
But
Edit. Market.
market what?
I was joking about the edit.
Oh.
I mean, this is the first podcast, though, so there's going to be,
we don't even have an intro song. I keep telling my husband to make me a song because, he plays bass and guitar, but he hasn't done it. So,
but it's okay, right? It's
it's
the
fine.
first time.
You don't really need one, I guess.
Need one what?
An intro
This
song.
podcast. No, just kidding.
I meant it's okay if I think this one time to make, because you need to learn how to edit. We need to know how to do our research and.
You don't know how to do that?
No.
I'm always working and without signal.
Your it didn't improve.
It did that. Remember that week we were talking about it? Like, hey, have you noticed? Yeah, but after that, no.
No.
Only at night when no one else is using data.
Who's hosting the next debate?
I have no idea. I don't even know when it is.
I don't know either. It's sometime this month. Do y'all like anybody else? No, right, just Bernie.
I think
if Bernie doesn't make it, I'd probably go for Andrew.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Who's Andrew?
Yeah.
Andrew
Yeah,
Yang.
I was just
The
saying.
Yang Gang. I say it all Mexican. The Yang.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like the one that I like some of his views and stuff, and he's right about technology. Like
yeah, I know
that. So
I
go
don't.
for him.
And I noticed because he's also
Is that the one you went to or no?
No, that's not it.
Okay.
He's also the one. I'm sorry. He's also there's a media blackout for him. So I feel like his supporters, they won't include him. Buttigieg has risen in the polls, but before he was below Yang, and they would mention Buttigieg, but they wouldn't mention Yang, and they've called him by the wrong name, and like
that's rude.
Yeah.
And then during the debate, like they had the big American flag, right? And then they placed Yang right where it's red in the back with the star. And like if you told a person that, they'd be like, "Oh, that's just a mistake." But somebody like me, where like I know that how the media does little shit like that. Mm-hmm. And people, when you bring it up, people think you're crazy. But when you add it all up,
spinning on you, like,
yeah,
you know, I'm not creating conspiracies.
Yeah, like, so that's what they do with Bernie. Remember when Bernie, after his he had a heart attack? Well, CNN like made his face like super fucking red when they were talking to him. But like, and then like other channels had him like just a regular normal.
Yeah, like they just
color. Yeah,
the brightness or
and, like,
whatever.
People, like if you tell somebody that, they'll probably think you're fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about? But they ignore him constantly. Like, there's so many things that just add up where it's not an accident. And you can't, I don't know.
I know. I guess you could say that the bitch of the week for me, because I'm going to go back to this fucking bitch, Hillary. They were saying how at the very end that, on the, whatever, is it a podcast or radio show? Whatever he has, or whatever. It's the thing.
Yeah, he's always had a radio show. Right?
Yeah. So that she said if whoever the Democratic candidate is, that Bernie better support them, making it seem like if he didn't the last time. No, like if he doesn't have a chance. Oh, no. Like what if he is the cat? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so she's already saying, like, talking shit. Like, he better support the candidate that's gonna be, you know, the it's like, bitch, how the fuck do you know it's not gonna be him? Exactly. Like, she's undermining that he could actually, you know, do it, and that's she's the bitch. I think we can officially say of the week.
The bitch of the week. Yeah, I don't like her.
Fuck her.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
I don't know what to say because she fucking sucks.
She does.
And people.
Oh, I remembered, and that sucks because that has an influence on people, and they were like, well, you know, like, I don't know.
It does.
And people,
like you said, the fucking pussy patrol. They're gonna want to, you know what I mean?
They only care about
what she's saying. Oh, you know what? That's right. Let's, you know what he's saying about influencing.
And people who, like, because people are busy, they don't keep up with politics as much as, I guess, you know, like.
I know that.
And so if they just watch the news, you wouldn't even think that Bernie's leading. You know what I mean? Like, and that plays a big role in, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So y'all are voting for.
Well,
it depends who's gonna be the last person standing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I mean,
we
get to elect though, right? Who we want to be the candidate?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
Sanders.
Hopefully.
I know, right?
Hopefully.
Oh, I don't know. It was.
I don't think you think he's gonna keep on trucking. I think.
What do you mean?
Sanders. I don't think you think he's gonna drop out.
Why would he drop out? He's in second place.
What's what I'm saying? People hate him.
Well, he's in first place in some.
You know how people are.
Is he in first place in some polls in some states? I haven't looked it up. I'm sorry.
I looked earlier, but
I think he's second place, or is he first place in California recently that was released? I don't remember. But yeah, I don't see why. I mean, I think he'd drop out once he knew, like, okay, I can't win this. But right now, I mean, it's still up in the air because we haven't even started voting.
Okay.
What else? What was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot. So when do we start voting?
January? No, February?
Is it February or January?
I think it's February. I'm not 100% sure.
I think the super delegates see the whole voting system, the way it's done, it's so complicated.
No, me.
What's
I
that?
was gonna say, like, can you like me breathing or no? I feel like
I
breathing,
don't.
like
right now, I can't. I'll be able to tell later. But like, from what I understand, Bernie has to get a certain percentage in the first round. so then they don't have to go through the super delegates the second round. I think that's how I have to look into it because it's so complicated. It's stupid. Like why can't whoever gets the most votes win the nomination?
Right. Exactly.
And then the people who are the super delegates, they're trash ass people too.
You know what the stupid thing is though? At the very end, it's gonna come down to like people not making the same mistake again. Because they're gonna go up against stupid Trump the last time. Because that's what they're competing against, right? I mean, he gets a second term, or if not, whoever gets right.
Yeah.
So but whenever can be a new Republican, right? Like Republican.
No, more than there's a couple people running against him, but they're like at what 2% at 1%. It's gonna be Trump.
But I'm just saying, like, I hope they don't make the same mistake that they did the last time.
And vote for Trump.
Yeah.
What if it's Biden and Trump?
Uncle Biden.
Uncle Biden.
Well, I'm not going to vote for Trump.
Uncle Cheeto.
I'm not going to vote for Trump either.
I don't even know if I'll vote.
I'll probably, if anything, I would leave the presidential part blank and just vote for my local and state. So, that's what I would do. Alrighty. We're going to wrap it up. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.